It's Bristol, folks. Race 5 of the chase, and we're here at the midway point of the championship hunt. 12 drivers went in last weekend at Rockingham, but only 9 moved on for a shot at the all-glorious championship trophy. I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the DeviantArt Cup Series. Oh boy, it's going to be a doozy today. A very tight half-mile racetrack. What can I say? It's Bristol. So, 3 drivers were eliminated, and surprisingly, they were Paul Bledsoe, Eugene DeMax, and Hunter Kiro. I say surprisingly because I personally thought Cody Lamas and John Mullen were all but out of it. They were too far back. But with both of them finishing in the top 5, I believe, at Rockingham, they managed to get themselves into a position where they could run up at the front. Oh, speaking of Lamas, looks like he's going to grab the pole today. Yep. So, Lamas with some momentum. After Rockingham, he gets the pole today. Bledsoe in second, Crago third, Lionheart, Bishop, Asami Kiro, Cousins, Gorman, Spencer Langdon, Boston Vaughn, Ishtar, Dalton, Riles, the top 15. Riles, of course, second in the standings. He got 3 bonus points for his win at Talladega. Merzlak with 6 points after his 2 wins at Sonoma and last week at Rockingham. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. It's 150 laps around this half-mile long circuit as the cars begin to roll off onto the track. It's going to be interesting to see what all happens at the last great Coliseum. Green flag is out. We are underway at Bristol. Crago taking a peek already underneath Lamas down the back straightaway. Alan Bledsoe gets a good jump. He's going to possibly lead the first lap with a run on the high side. He will. Clears Lamas, actually. RJ's going to fall into third. Might not want to stay there, though. So, Alan Bledsoe looking for win number 2 of the season himself. These guys running very fast lap times around this place. They are running... Oh, well. Okay, they're running 15-1s. That's not that fast. They were running in the 14 seconds in qualifying now, so... Yeah. This is also within traffic, too. They were running by themselves in qualifying. As I yawn in the middle of me saying a sentence of commentary. Spencer and Cousins battling for the 6th position. Spencer's going to try and get the spot. He will. Simon Kiro now on the outside of Mark Boston. Boston's going to get the spot, though. Sami with a big slide exit in that corner. The field begins to settle in. Ooh, John Mullen. Not having a good race so far. He's all the way back in 39th now. 38th, something like that. Wait. Someone not start the event? Oh, Chase Carpenter with a header issue at the start of the race. What happened to Chase? When did he retire? I saw no smoke. I saw no fire. Oh, the drivers were just rolling and he did not go. Well, shit. We come back to the live feed. Oh, Nesto's now in last. So only 38 cars officially started this race, unfortunately. So that is not going to be good for Chase Carpenter. He's going to have to dig himself out of a hole these next 2 weeks, because this round only 3 races. Meanwhile, Carpenter's teammate Cody Lamas now running down that 24, trying to find a way around him in the early going here. We're nearing the 1/10th mark of this race. Alan Bledsoe just methodically leading this event, not worrying about the 48 behind him. Big group of cars right here, led by the Max and the Kita. Paul Bledsoe, of course, like I said earlier, eliminated, as was Hunter Kiro. They're running in the 24th and 26th positions. And the Max right there as well. So all 3 drivers that were eliminated from the chase running right there, all right next to each other. Alan Bledsoe starting to pull away. He's actually catching the tail end of the field. Already 20 laps in, leaders are catching lap traffic. As Alan was pulling away, but this could actually set up for a change in the lead. So as the top 4 immediately catch Allen. RJ Bishop, meanwhile, in the clutches of Austin Spencer. Can Austin find a way around 91? Meanwhile, Lom's now going for the lead as Allen got held up by lap traffic. He's actually going to lead the last lap. That's another 2 bonus points there. Lom's thought about splitting the middle, but he wasn't going to try that make that move. Crago now going for second on Alan Bledsoe. Lom is finding a hard time around, or having a hard time getting around lap traffic, rather. Crago now trying to find the outside lane. And maybe if it can work for him. It's not. In fact, it's going to put him in a position to lose second to Miles Lionheart into 3. Mullen actually gets around the 86 of Miller on the high side. Lom is still trying to find a way around lap traffic. As we're past the 1/6 mark of the race. As the rest of the top 7 is now caught the leaders. Lionheart having a quiet season, wants to get a win this year, gain some momentum going into next season. Lamas now trying the outside lane. Lionheart immediately looks to the inside, almost had contact there. So they're running bumper to bumper right now. Lionheart looking low once again as Lamas runs the middle lane this time. Lionheart now running the higher lane this time around. Nom's now running up high. I don't know if he got moved or he just got real tight in that corner. Lionheart's not going to get to the lead. In fact, Lionheart just barely led that lap by 5/1000ths of a second. Llamas, however, is going to get moved on the outside of Alex Miller on the high side there. Llamas now setting sail away from the rest of the leaders as they're all caught up behind the 86 of Alex Miller. Field pretty spread out now as Langdon almost gets into the 2 of Vaughn. Langdon trying to make up for poor qualifying effort, trying to make his way up through the field, as is Steven Merzlak in the 7. Getting back up front, Crago manages to fend off the 24 of Bledsoe. Austin Spencer got around RJ Bishop and is now in 5th. Lawrence now sets his sights on the 56 of Mullen, who will also have to dig himself out of a hole, assuming Mullen has a poor finish this weekend. Lionheart finally gets around Alex Miller now. Already 40 laps into this event. 41 now. Simon Kiro trying to find a way around Mark Boston for 8th. And Eric Ishtar with a surprising 7th place effort right now. Honda really off the mark this season. But not without effort. Ross, of course, now 3 wins this season, running in 12th right now. Langton failed to get around Vaughn, now is under fire from the 49, actually. Correct that. Zimmerman has fallen back a couple of spots. Meanwhile, back up towards the front, Lamastazzi found a way around this train of lap traffic. And now Lionheart going for the lead once again. As we're 3/10 of the way into this event. A little over now, actually. Crago now trying to get to the inside of Alex Miller. Gets loose out of 1, or 4 rather. Can't quite get to the 86. Lamas with the peak going into 3, but was nowhere near the 56. Now Mullen goes up to the high side. Lamas going to try and get to the inside now. Can't quite do it. Mullen falls back in line. Crago now ahead of Alex Miller. And now Miller trying to hold strong on the outside. Trying to stay ahead of the 62. Crago not having any of it. Seems that outside lane really sticks exiting turn 2. Lamas continues to lead past the 1/3 mark of the race. Ooh, RJ Bishop got real loose off of 2. Mullen and Onesto now side by side right in front of the leaders. Mullen might clear Onesto here. Lamas is going to get side by side with his teammate. Exiting turn number 4. Onesto not making it easy for Lamas, but he's not making it difficult either. Lamas clears the 5. Lionheart trying to get around the 5 now. Onesto's going to make it a little bit more difficult for Lionheart. Crago still trying to find a way around the 86. He's going to try the inside once again through 1 and 2 rather. Alex Miller just so strong out of turn number 2 on the high side. No idea how. Lamas with a little bit of clear track ahead of him before lap traffic gets hit once again. It's actually nearing pit stops. About 20-ish or so laps until pit stops. As now Dominic Cousins going for 4th against the 24 of Alan Bledsoe now. Cousins with a strong run tonight. As we just passed the 2/5 mark of the race. For the lead once again, Lionheart versus Lamas. Lionheart, not a strong run out of 4. That's going to give the lead back to Lamas. Seems like the inside line is the place to be entering corner, but the outside line is the place to be exiting. Leaders having a very tough time trying to get around lap traffic. Meanwhile, who's actually the first lap car? First lap car is actually Miller in 86, and he's still from 3rd place Crago. Lionheart once again trying to get around Lamas. Meanwhile, Mullen trying to get around the 6 of Hayner. Did Lionheart give Lamas the boot there going into turn 1? Can't quite tell. Mullen now up high, Lamas down low. Exiting corner, Mullen looks to pull away a little bit, actually. Now Mullen side by side with Hayner. Exiting turn 4 and going back through turn 1. Hayner, however, going to get the run on the high side. Mullen going to fall back to the clutches of leaders. And now, Onesto trying to make it hard for Lionheart. He's going to try to get side by side with the 3. Fails. So that held up Lionheart just a smidge. So we're nearing the halfway point in this race. We have been caution free, surprisingly, this entire time. Roughly 10 or so laps, give or take a few, until pit stops as well. So that's going to be interesting as Jesse Dolan has blown up ahead. The 9 of Dalton goes to pit road with a blown engine or some sort of issue. That's going to bring out a caution. That's going to save a bunch of people. As Dalton retires with a gearbox issue. Gearbox? They don't shift here. Almost the leader at the line. As the field will now cycle around. Mullins is going to go a lap down on pit road. I just know it. Knowing full well that he essentially did not get around the pace car before pit roads opened. And Hayner on pit road too. They're pitting before pit road technically opened. Ah! Alright, getting through this race now. Ooh, I chose the perfect time. Yep, Mullen went down 2 laps on pit road. Alright, Mullen, Onesto, Miller, Paul Bledsoe, Chase Marks, DeGuin, Legacy, and Hayner will be on the inside lane. Mullen somehow 2 laps down. Lamas the leader with Leinhart, Crago, Cousins, Bledsoe the top 5. It's just past halfway here. And green flag back out. Lamas with a big jump going in through turn 1. Leinhart still side by side with Hayner now. Lamas pulling away now as the rest of the field still running side by side. The 6 of Hayner not making it easy for Leinhart. Lamas, meanwhile, is just gone. Leinhart now has quite the distance to try and catch up. Crago trying to find a way around lap traffic himself. As Alan Bledsoe takes 4th away from Cousins, despite being next to lap traffic. Crago now has 2 lapped cars between himself and 2nd place Leinhart. Lamas now trying to put as much distance between himself and Leinhart as possible. Leinhart actually ran a faster lap that time. Will the car Crago owns let Crago by, or will it not happen? Lamas runs a faster lap that time. Increases the gap just a little bit. Field continues the race side by side. Lamas with another faster lap than the 3. Crago not finding a way around lap traffic. Lamas now putting some distance on that 3 car. Lamas already a quarter of a lap away from lapping the tail end of the field once again. Ooh, Lionheart with a bit of a faster lap than Lamas that time by. That's going to close the gap just a smidge. Lamas ran a faster lap that time by. Lionheart was faster this time by. Crago still trying to find a way around his teammate and the car he owns. Lionheart faster still. Llamas faster that time. This field beginning to get really spread out despite all the loud traffic. And of course I say that and I'm cut over to the mid-pack where cars are everywhere. Llamas now. Same straightaway as the lap traffic ahead of him. Half a straightaway actually, in fact. Lionheart still catching a little bit. Chipping away at the lead. Crago losing some ground on the lap traffic ahead of him. Llamas, meanwhile, has a whole group of cars ahead of him that he has to navigate through. And Llamas is now there. First car on line is going to be the 03 of Joshua Michaels. Can Llamas find a way around him quickly? The answer is simultaneously yes and no. He chose the faster lane out of the corners, but okay, so never mind. I guess the high line hasn't come back in yet, or maybe it depends on the corner. Lionheart is there though, regardless. So it's not going to necessarily be a three-man battle for the lead, but it is going to be a two-man battle for the lead. Lahamas gets around the 03. Michaels now sets his sights on Quickborn in the 78. Three of Lionheart now moves Michaels out of his way, exiting the corner, but gets loose. Can't quite capitalize on moving the 03. Llamas beginning to pull away now. Within 50 to go. Lionheart still not finding a way around the 03 Michaels, but at the same time, Llamas not finding a way around the 78 of Quickborn. So it checks out. He won in an awesome fashion back at Orlando. Llamas, meanwhile, however, rather, hasn't really had the loudest of seasons. But here he is, in the late going, showing just how he won the championship last season. Quiet in the early going, maybe get a win, despite not winning last year, but that's beside the point. And starting to come alive as the season comes to a close. And now he's going to practically dominate this race. But it's still not over. Of course, I'm saying this like, oh yeah, Llamas is totally going to win. But like I said, still not over. Lionheart can still find a way around Michaels. Llamas can still have a mechanical issue. There can be another caution for all we know. So far, of the 4 chase races, only one of them was not won by a chase driver. Can Lionheart make that 2 of 5? Or will Llamas make it 4 of 5? Won by a chase driver. Or can Crago somehow get around these lap traffic and pass everybody? He's won here at Bristol before. In fact, he won here in Season 1. Of course, that was during the daytime. And this is a night race. Lionheart trying to higher lane, trying to see if he can find grip up there. We're rapidly approaching 30 laps to go. Llamas, meanwhile, still trying to find a way around the 78 quick born. Or maybe he's just content to sit there for now. Alan Bledsoe still sitting in 4th. Cousins still going to have a solid finish if he manages to stay in 5th. Meanwhile, behind a whole mess of lap traffic, it's Riles in 6th, Boston in 7th, and ways back to Gorman with a strong run today. Not really much to say about that other than a very strong run. Spencer in 9th was leading late last weekend, but faltered out of the top 10 late in the going. Andrew Eckroth with the kind of surprising top 10, actually. Two Cons 500 winner, Joseph Zimmerman in 11th right now. DJ McWhorter in 12th. Ishtar back to 13th. Ryan Vaughn 14th. And another chase driver, Ravenhurst in 15th. Lionheart slides up a little bit, maybe trying to find grip. Craig was fallen, found a way around Mullen. Now he needs to find a way around Hayner, and he has a shot at second. 20 to go. Next time by for Lamas. Lamas must have gotten loose out of turn number 2 for him to run that low along the back straightaway. Lamas once again begins to pull away a little bit more each and every lap. Tension shifts to the second place battle between Lionheart and Crago. Crago, of course, trying to find a way around Hayner. And then he has a shot at Lionheart for second. Lamas still hasn't found a way around Quickborn. Actually, Lionheart closed in a little bit that time by. Where did Cousins go? Oh, wow. 24 Bledsoe found a way around Legacy and just caught the tail end of this field. So this goes to show you just how slow lap traffic is compared to the leaders. As Asami Kiro now, slow on the apron. It's going to make it back to pit road. She was running... Oh, Crago now slow on the apron. Crago's blown up! Crago with an issue late in going here. Not sure if that's going to bring out a caution or not. It is not. We know where Crago is running. Where was Asami running last time? Oh, she was running 23rd. What happened to Crago? So Crago now limps around. Crago had a engine issue, just a flat out engine issue. Ten to go next time by as well. As Asami hit pit road for whatever reason. Is 29 still on pit road? No, 29 of Asami Kiro's on track. Ooh, can these guys make it all the way? We'll have to find out. Llama's still trying to find the right around Quickborn. Less than 10 to go now. Can Lionheart get around Michaels and get up to Lamas? He's got 7 laps to do it at the line. Ooh, Lionheart with a big step out of line there. Through 3. Really giving it his all right now. Five to go next time by now for Lionheart and Lamas. Alan Bledsoe now. Trying to get around the 56 of Mullen. Lamas now side by side with Quickborn. 4 to go at the line. Lamas still not quite clear of the 78. Clears him through 3. Quickborn immediately jumps back in line. However, Lamas now is now Lionheart now trying to get around Michaels. He knows it's going to be 2 to go at the line. He's now side by side with Quickborn. Can The 3 of Lionheart get there. He's gonna have 2.5 laps to go at the line. Or no, 1 lap to go at the line. 1.5 to go now. That might be it. Llama's now pulling away with 1 lap to go. It's been a dominating performance from the 48 team today. Llamas will get his 2nd win of the season at Bristol. Talk about picking up momentum. He picked it up with a good finish last week and now gets the win. As Quickborn retires for some reason in the official standings. I'll have to put him as running. Yay! Alright, anyways. Llamas, Lionheart, oh so close. Bledsoe was stuck in traffic. Cousins, Boston, Spencer, Wells, Gorman, Eckroth, McCorder, Zimmerman, Ishtar, Merzlak, Vaughn, and Ravenhurst, the top 15. Rest of the results right here. Oh, man. That was an awesome race. And we are now halfway done with the season. Or no, halfway done with the chase, rather. Holy shit, I have a lot of replays. That works. Alright. Anyways, so. Well then. As we get set to go to the next track, which, if I recall correctly, is Chicago Motor Speedway. That's right. The 1 mile track of Chicago Motor Speedway is the next on the season. So, after that, it's going to be North Wilkesboro, or Wilkesboro, however the fuck you pronounce it. Then it's going to be Road America, Martinsville, and Atlanta to go and round it all out. That's the rest of the season, folks. But we still have to get through Chicago Motor Speedway Fest. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. And as always, I will see you at the next race. So long, folks.